In our last video, we talked about the rule of 55 and 72T, the two most common ways to access your retirement money early without a penalty. And we also told you that we didn't use either one. Today, I'm showing you exactly what we did instead. It's called a bridge account. We started building ours seriously in 2020, and it has about $380,000 in it since the recent market drop. And so far, we haven't had to touch a single dollar of it. This video is the blueprint. Here's the situation that most people find themselves in when they start planning early retirement. They've done everything right. They've maxed out their 401k, they've contributed to the IRA every year. They have a real number saved, maybe $1 million, maybe $2 million, or even more. And then they do the math, and they realize they can't touch any of it, not without a penalty, and not until 59 and a half. That gap between the day that you want to retire and the day that you can actually access your retirement accounts, that's what we call the moat. For us, that moat was roughly 7 years because we wanted to retire in our early 50s. Our 401k money was locked until 59 and a half. So we had two choices. We can force our plan into rules that didn't fit our life, like the rule of 55 and 72T, or build our own bridge across that gap. We chose to build. In 2020, my husband changed jobs at age 50, and that one move closed the door on the rule of 55 for us permanently. We sat down and looked at our options. We could keep doing what we'd always done. Max out that 401k, contribute to the IRAs, and hope that the math worked out by age 59 and a half. Or we could change the strategy entirely. We stopped contributing to the 401k and the IRA contributions, and we took every extra dollar from the salary, bonuses, or anything that we could redirect and started putting it into a taxable brokerage account. Now, people told us that we were giving up the tax advantage by doing that, but we weren't chasing tax deductions. We were trying to buy our freedom one share at a time. The goal was simple: build enough accessible money outside of a retirement account to fund our life from the day that we walk away from work until the day our retirement accounts are unlocked. And that account is what we call our bridge account. Now, a bridge account is not a complicated concept. It's a taxable brokerage account, the same kind that you can open at Fidelity, Vanguard, or Schwab, and it only takes about 10 minutes. Now, what makes it different is its purpose. This account has one job: to fund your life between early retirement and the point where your other accounts become accessible. There are no age restrictions, no IRS withdrawal schedule, no penalty for accessing it whenever you need to. You buy, you hold, and when you need the money, you sell, and that's it. There's no lock, no permission required, and no employer involved. The trade-off is taxes. In a taxable brokerage account, you do pay capital gains tax when you sell. But here's the thing: if you're retired and your income is low enough, your long-term capital gains rate could be 0. And that's a conversation worth having with your tax person. But the flexibility more than offsets the tax drag for most early retirees. Now, let's talk about what's actually inside of ours. Our bridge account currently sits at about $380,000 due to the recent market pullbacks. Here's exactly how it's built and why. The first fund is VOO. It's a Vanguard S&P 500 ETF. So this is the core of the account. It is our growth engine. While we're living in early retirement, this position is still working. It's not sitting in cash waiting to be spent. It's growing. So we're not selling it unless we need to. Next is VXUS. This is our international exposure. It keeps the account diversified outside of the US market. We don't want everything tied to one country's economy. Then we have Berkshire Hathaway. This is a long-term conviction hold. In a taxable account, you only pay capital gains tax when you sell. So we do hold Berk and let it grow without triggering a tax event. It also pays no dividend, which means no surprise taxable income that we didn't ask for. And finally, we have SGOV. It's a short-term treasury bond ETF. This is our stability layer. It pays monthly, it's essentially cash equivalent, and it doesn't move with the stock market. If we ever need to pull $2,000 or $3,000 in a month, this is where we go first. We sell SGOV before we touch anything else. That's the full account. 4 positions, simple, liquid, and designed to last. Here's the part that surprises most people. We retired in late 2025, and now it is early 2026. But we have not pulled a single dollar from that bridge account yet. Not because we don't need money, we do. We still have real expenses every month. But right now, we are living off some money that we have saved from last year. And we're letting that bridge sit and grow untouched for as long as possible. When we start withdrawing from it, our plan is $2,000 to $3,000 a month. We go to SGOV first. It's already paying us monthly dividends, so in many months, the income is already there without us having to sell anything. Now, if we need more, then we sell a small position. But we always leave VOO, VXUS, and Berk alone as long as we can. If the market drops, then we live off SGOV and wait. In good months, we let the growth positions run. If we have a big expense coming, then we plan ahead and we adjust SGOV accordingly. So we are in control of every decision. There is no IRS schedule telling us how much we have to take. There is no employer we have to stay with. There is no rule that we have to follow. And that flexibility is the whole point. With a bridge account, you decide when to access it. You decide how much. You decide which position to sell. The market goes sideways, then you wait. You have a big expense, you adjust. You want to spend 2 months in the Dominican Republic, then you go. No rules, no penalties, and no permission required. The biggest mistake that people make when they hear bridge account is thinking that it's an either-or decision, but it's not. We still have our 401k, we still have our IRAs. Those accounts are sitting there growing, and we will access them at the right time with the right strategy. The bridge doesn't replace your retirement accounts. It protects you from being forced to make a bad decision with them too early. Without a bridge, a down market in year 1 of retirement can wreck a 30-year plan. You are forced to sell retirement assets at the worst possible time just to cover your living expenses. Now with a bridge, you have options. You can wait. You can be patient. You can let your retirement accounts recover while your bridge funds your life. A bridge account is not complicated. And depending on your situation, it could be the early retirement ticket that you've been looking for. Now, are you already building one? Or are you realizing right now that everything that you've saved is locked and you don't have a bridge yet? Let me know in the comments below. I do read and respond to every single one of them. And make sure that you're subscribed for our next video. That will be our March numbers update, and we will also include our retirement account information. Now, that might be our last video from the Dominican Republic and the final chapter of our 100-day early retirement Caribbean adventure. Thanks for watching today, and I'll see you in the next video.